We gotta start treating this fourth seat as like a fourth co-host without the name. This is a fourth co-host.
Yo, yo.
All right, we good.
Yeah, we good. Um,
We good.
Mic check, everyone. We good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All coaches. Gas.
I
What's
think
going on?
James, are you up here? Is James?
Yeah, James is here. I can't hear James. Yeah, he's coming back up.
Okay. Yeah, I seen him request.
Very wonky. 48 minute of basketball. Very a lot of ups and downs. Quite the movie we just watched. I'm wait for James, but James will get up here anyway. Actually, I'll just start. Um, appreciate everyone joining. If you're new, welcome to Coach's Den. We are a collective of four good homies. This is our third year doing Coach's Den. We pretty much cover the Los Angeles Lakers, day to day, hour to hour, game to game, updates, everything. Make sure you follow all the coaches up here, Coach Rome, Coach Xavier, and Coach James will be up here in a second. It's our third year doing this. We appreciate everyone that tunes into these spaces. And we usually do this at halftime and post game for every Laker game just to discuss what we just saw. And we're super happy you were able to join us. So if you're a fan, follow the account. If you enjoy what you hear tonight, follow the account, follow any speakers that you like, and come rap with us. Um, Back to basketball. The Los Angeles Lakers came in tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. No John Morant, no Desmond Bain tonight, no Vando, no Christian Wood, and no Jackson Hayes. Recently, 1 to 2 week injury with an ankle injury. Faced off tonight, and the Lakers get the dub in a very, very weird fashion, which the guys are going to break down extremely well for you tonight. 128, 123 is your final from Los Angeles. The Lakers are now 6-0, undefeated at crypto.com arena in Los Angeles at home. And we moved to an overall 7-4 on the year, which will be great in the Eastern Conference. But good to be over 500 in the West still and pacing well, like we continuously talk about. Very weird kind of feel to this one. AD just didn't have it going. Zach Edey, Jaren Jackson Jr., providing that kind of resistance, but Anthony Davis finishes with 21 and 13 on the night. Was able to make some clutch shots in the fourth quarter. Austin Reeves did contribute 18 and 6 for Austin in the start as well. Rui, steady game as well. 19, 7 and 3 in 35 minutes for him off 7 shots. Cam Reddish in 22 minutes, 4 points. Dalton Connect, huge story, especially in the second half. At one point was 7 to 7 from the field. 31 minutes off the bench for Dalton Connect. Closed the game as well. 19 points, 5 of 5 from the 3-point line. Just absolutely amazing stuff from Dalton. Definitely his kind of welcome to the NBA kind of game. We've been waiting for that ever since the Phoenix game back in preseason, which was about 3 weeks ago. People were starting to question myself, what's Dalton going to do? But he was sensational tonight, especially in the second half. And of course, can never forget the 40-year-old bro, LeBron James in 36 minutes, 35 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 13 to 22 shooting, 4 threes, just dominated start to finish. Had, I think 20 in the first half and just was diming everywhere. When in doubt, go on ball Braun because it's beautiful to watch and it's just amazing offense. Uh, we ran out of words to describe LeBron probably like a decade ago, and now it's just speechless every single time. So definitely carried us to this victory here. We needed it. Kind of disappointing that this was kind of a ball game, a late, especially with no John, no Desmond, but we found a way. Just we'll take the win no matter what, no matter how it came. But definitely some areas of improvement to kind of go into, which these guys will kind of go into detail. But overall, pretty decent. Lakers shot 50% from the 3-point line, 20 of 41 from 3-point line, which really helped us. Obviously from Dalton and Austin, 51% field goal for the game, 31 assists, which is what JJ likes to see. Had a 15-point lead at one. They killed us in points in the paint, 58-36. 18 turnovers and was able to pull out the dub. So good resilience by the team overall. And pretty much solid. From their side, 29-7 for Jaren Jackson Jr. Jay Huff 6-3. Edie off the bench 12-8. Scottie Pippen in his return 15-3-3. So we'll take the win any way you can get. Definitely not the Lakers' most impressive win by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll take it. Lakers will face the San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio this Friday, and then we'll go to New Orleans for a back-to-back on Saturday. Those are the next two games coming up. I'm going to go to Coach Rome to dive into this one, then Coach Xavier, then Coach James.
Yo. Yeah, bro. I mean, I guess we can talk about the 3 games that because I think last time we left off, I think it was on a loss. I think it's the last game that we lost. So I mean, what are we?
Could have been Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah, are we on a 3-game winning streak since then?
I believe. I'll check.
Toronto, Memphis, and
Memphis.
I'm missing a team. I think I'm missing a team. But yeah, anyway,
Sixers on Friday.
Yeah. So, I think one of the underrated things that about this team right now, and I think a part of it is just the strength of schedule. I think the schedule's just starting to get a lot easier, and we're playing a lot worse teams. But like, we're undefeated since we started Cam Reddish and put D'Lo to the bench, and I think that's something to be mindful of. Not necessarily an indictment on anyone like D'Lo or anything like that, but just I think that realignment kind of set a standard for just better slotting, like just slotting players. I think now we kind of understand what it is, right? It's AD. You play through AD. You let LeBron kind of be the on-ball creator, table setter, which he's done in all of these Cam Reddish starts as well. You let Cam Reddish set the tone defensively on the perimeter, and then you let Austin kind of be that tertiary guy, that third scorer for the team, while also allowing him not to have to table set, but able to table set at the same time. So I think what it really did was just establish a hierarchy and kind of gave the team new roles that we didn't see to start the year, even when we were winning, right? Like LeBron just seemed so much more involved than he did. I think when we started the year, there are questions about like, okay, is this offense kind of like phasing LeBron out a little bit, or is LeBron rusty? Where's his legs? Is he just doing his annual ramp up in November? But it's been pretty obvious that like when you put the ball in his hands, good things happen. And I think well, it's no coincidence that he's given us back-to-back triple doubles and literally been, in my opinion, probably a top 3-point guard in the NBA. Shit, maybe top 1 if we're being totally honest in these last 3 games. But I think the funny thing about the Lakers is since we won the championship, we've been trying to take the ball out of LeBron's hands. And I think that's something that like it's always been inevitable that like our best form of Laker basketball and success is when LeBron James is the one kind of in charge of everything, even if we're playing through AD, even if we're letting Austin cook, even if we're, kicking out to guys. I just think that like we finally are just leaning in to what makes LeBron so special, and it's paying dividends for us as a team. Like I genuinely believe this is a different realized version of LeBron, and we haven't seen it in a couple years. So it's really cool to see. He looks great. AD probably had his worst game of the year. I say he definitely had his worst game of the year, and it still is a 21-14 night in foul trouble. That's pretty fucking impressive, especially when like in the fourth quarter he's hitting back-to-back threes. Like just something we hadn't seen in the 80s game. It's really interesting to see how versatile he's been for the team. Really just picked up the intensity in the fourth quarter, especially playing with 5 fouls. I thought he was as much as he struggled, the fourth quarter he just figured out ways to impact the game, and I mean it really helped catapult us to a win. I mean that's kind of what it's about. Um, Austin Reeves, it's weird. I feel like for a portion of the game he did kind of struggle, but at the same time still gave you what he was supposed to give you. I think he still ended the night with like a solid like 19. Um, so I thought he played pretty solid. Definitely could have been better, but I thought he was still pretty solid. But he's quietly putting up a 20-point per game season. I mean, this is a career year for him so far. So it's good to see, and I really think he's benefited the most from Cam Reddish starting. I think taking away another creator, taking away another guy that needs the ball in their hands, and allowing him to not only play off of LeBron's creation but create for himself and create for others. It's really kind of put him into this year, and that's why he's having a career year. That's why he's been so great. I mean, it's no coincidence that you put a guy that's going to guard the best perimeter guy every night next to him, his job becomes a lot easier, and that's also paid dividends. So I'm glad that JJ made the change. It's kind of funny that Darvin made that same change, and it got a different reaction. But obviously, there's a lot of different context involved with that. But yeah, I mean, I thought Austin's been pretty stellar in this win streak we've been on. Rui Hachimura had a get back game. I thought Rui finally had just a Rui type of game, a game that we should expect from Rui. I actually tweeted last night, what happened to Rui? I was looking at his stat lines, and he wasn't even getting his double digits, wasn't rebounding the ball anymore, just kind of fell off on both sides of the ball. And so it's ironic, but it's also really cool to see him having a get back game. I think the nigga really just hates the fucking Grizzlies for whatever reason, because every single time we play the Grizzlies, he gives us an above average type of game. So shout out to Rui. Um, my game ball, outside of LeBron literally giving us a fucking masterful 30-point triple double, like outside of that, bro, Dalton Connect finally hitting the same shots he's gotten all year. And JJ leaning into him hitting those shots. Like him playing 30 minutes, I think that was a career high in minutes for him. The amount of shots he took, I think probably I don't know if it was a career high in shot attempts because um he made so many, he was really efficient, but like just trusting in Dalton Connect, right? Just trusting that like he's gonna find a way to hit these shots. He got the same shots he's gotten all year. It's not like JJ did anything different. It's not like he ran special sets for him or anything like that. Like he really did just start hitting the same shots that he was missing all season. And so I think seeing that payoff probably is one of the most important things for this team. And it's something that going forward we can really look forward to, because if he's giving us that type of production, we can afford AD having a stinker foul trouble type of game. We can afford D'Lo only giving us like 8 points. We can afford even Gabe Vincent giving us literally 0 points. And so, I mean, I thought Dalton was incredible today. I thought Dalton was the difference because LeBron was playing great all game and we were still kind of down. I really think Dalton was the difference in this game. I think without that game, we probably lose this one. So um, I thought Dalton was super special, and hopefully he can keep this going, seeing the ball go in, and just kind of building on that, especially because we're going to be playing weaker teams going forward for the next like 4 or 5 games. So really, really nice development. And for all the niggas that was trying to compare this nigga to Max Christie, because I seen it. A lot of people were saying, "Yeah, bro, I don't know why Dalton doesn't get the same type of hate Max Christie gets." Bro, no. If you watch the minutes, Dalton doesn't have destructive minutes. Dalton doesn't have minutes where it's just like, bro, get him off the floor. He's horrible. He's literally just missing shots. It's a big difference, right? So good to see. Cool that JJ's leaning on a rookie to really close the game and give us really good minutes and give us high value minutes. So shout out to Dalton. As for the bench, uh, yeah, I mean, I thought Coloco's minutes were decent. I like Coloco's minutes. Kind of gave us a spark. Energy was cool. A little bit similar to Jackson Hayes. I thought he was similar to Jackson Hayes and just like giving us that extra push, especially when AD wasn't playing and when he was in foul trouble. So I like what I saw from Coloco. I definitely think it's something we can build on. Gabe Vincent really like. I think the sooner we just understand that we should get rid of Gabe Vincent, the better off the team will be. Gabe Vincent's not gonna like. I don't know what people think's gonna happen, but like this isn't normal. Like we're talking about a 2-year slump at this point. Like this isn't something that like one, it's not sustainable to have this guy in your rotation, but two, like at some point you just got to pull the plug, right? We did it with Kendrick Nunn. We've done it with players in the past. At some point you just pull the plug. The defense is actually becoming overrated because the offense is so bad that the defense isn't mitigating it. So he's been so bad offensively, just killing you because he just can't make open shots. And defenses now are just not guarding him. He's not being guarded anymore. That's an issue for a team. I don't care who you got on the floor. If there's a player that is not being guarded, the defense's job is a lot easier. So I don't know if this is like Quincy Olivari music and he needs to just literally play over this guy, or we flip Max Christie and play Max Christie instead of Gabe Vincent, especially since D'Lo's our backup point guard. Something has to give though, bro. This Gabe Vincent shit in the rotation, it feels like we're playing a non-NBA player. Like I know that sounds really harsh. It feels like we're playing a non-NBA player. He literally is not giving us anything, bro. Like zeros across the fucking board. That shit is not normal, bro. He's shooting sub 20 from 3. That's not normal in the NBA. Unless you're literally a center that does not shoot threes. It's not normal in the NBA for a fucking on-ball point guard. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I'm genuinely concerned.
Just wanted to highlight it's 8 for 58.
Genuinely concerned about what the fuck I'm seeing. I don't even know if you could trade this bum ass nigga. Dead ass. I don't even know if the nigga can be traded, bro. Like who wants this nigga? Who wants him? I don't know. The nigga,
They'll place it as yen as currency.
bro. Maybe, Zay, maybe, bro. At this point, maybe, bro. The nigga literally does not look like he belongs in the league. I know that's harsh, but bro, he's been on the team for 2 years. He got playoff minutes. He played, bro. He rehabbed his knee. The knee shit was over last year. I don't know what else to say about this. He's just not good. Like, maybe this game or this stretch should kind of tell you, like, hey, bro, let's be weary of dudes in the playoffs. Because I know the playoffs matter, but, bro, it can't be this heavily weighted, bro. Because this nigga fooled us, bro. Straight tricked us, bro. Finessed us, bro. Stole money, ski mask, nigga, heist. He's not good. He's not good. And at some point, it's almost like you got to stop calling this shit a slump. I don't even know if this is a slump. The nigga's just terrible, bro. So, if you're going to take the nigga out the rotation, maybe you throw Max in and see if Max can figure it out. Or bring up Quincy Olivari, dog, because this nigga, he's terrible, bro. He's fucking awful. The nigga, he stinks. But either way, I'm glad we're starting to build wins. We're on a good streak. We got to start stacking. We got to keep stacking wins. We're not playing good teams right now. The Sixers are terrible. The Raptors are terrible. The Grizzlies without John Bain are terrible. The Spurs are fucking terrible. The Pelicans are even worse. That you really don't have an excuse to lose any of these games. And when I come back to reality, it really makes you think, like, damn, this masterclass of a game from Braun is what it took. Dalton Connect going nuclear for the first time in his career is what it took, right? So it is what it is. You take the wins where you can get them, but man, we don't have an excuse to lose any of these games. We got to keep stacking wins. But either way, it's good to see it. A win is a win, and you take it every single time, and you don't look back. So shout out to the team outside of Gabe Vincent, and yeah, bro, good win.
No doubt, no doubt. Appreciate it, Ron. And I co-signed all that analysis on Gabe Vincent. Honestly, to using his perimeter defense like as a cop out to look for a positive is at some point it's not amounting to impact over the course of 48 minutes for me. That's really what it is. JJ Redick on Dalton Connect. I thought he was the catalyst for a comeback. JJ on LeBron James. He's a master of the game. Um, LeBron just went kind of insane. JJ Redick on if he'll get an extra jolt of competitiveness from the NBA Cup. I found out that the coaches also get a bonus, so yes. JJ Redick on AD, he was huge down the stretch. Impressed with the poise and composure from AD tonight. There were times he could have gotten frustrated and didn't. He just stayed the course. He was huge down the stretch. JJ Redick on LeBron, by any means, great players. You sort of have to give them some autonomy at times. He's a master of the game. We don't win that game obviously without him. I thought it was a total team effort. Yeah, just good praise all around. Dalton, LeBron, AD, Austin as well. We'll get more quotes in for you guys. As we learn more as these guys roll in with their interviews. But Coach Xavier, it is on you. The mic. Go ahead.
Sir, pause. Big win. I know Memphis didn't have a job, but listen, bro, you got to take the wins as you can get them, especially in the West like this, bro. Like, you cannot get behind the 8-ball record wise. So you take the win. Obviously, Bron, 35-point triple double, special. There's really nothing you can even say about this nigga no more. He's just, greatest player ever. It is what it is. Also, between the older players like him, KD, Steph, he's the only one to not miss a game yet. KD about to miss 2 weeks. Steph to miss a week and some change. Like, he hasn't missed a game yet, and we're 3 weeks into the season, so he's being durable as well. Knock on wood. Hasn't really faced any sort of setbacks in any way. So he's hooping. He's getting a rhythm finally. Last I think 3 games are in the month of November. He's averaging like 28, 9, and 8 or something like that, and shooting 49% from 3. Like, on the season, he's shooting 46% from 3. Ridiculous. Like, this jumper, this will be possibly like a 2-year long hot streak of him being one of the best shooters in the NBA, which is just, it's unbelievable, honestly. AD obviously was amazing down the stretch. I thought the most encouraging thing was him struggling throughout the first 3 quarters and having a hot fourth. We talked about him playback. I don't really remember that happening too much throughout the later years. Usually when he don't have it, the first 3 is kind of chalked for the fourth, but for him to hit those threes, like, his jump shot just to be back in those big moments. I don't know if people remember in 2019 and 20, in big moments in a lot of those games down the stretch, there were always an 80 timely 3. Like, it always happened in them fourth quarters in 2020. Like, that was a thing that he would hit. And he would only hit maybe a 3 a game. And it was that 3 when we're up 5 or down 4. And that's a big swing play. He hits the 3 wide open. Like, him being able to tap back into that bag is like some of the biggest stuff you can have, like, especially late game against, we're gonna need that against some of these other teams. Reeves was pretty good. The only negatives is like the defense is just pretty awful still. Even when with inserting Cam Reddish into the lineup, I think it got better in spurts, but just overall it's still pretty bad. It's just too many one-way guys on the roster, which is a thing that only can be fixed by improving the roster. So I don't even want to spend much time on talking about defense because, like, the player at this point, we've got like a 2-year sample size. We know what it's gonna be. 2-year sample size with 2 different coaches. You need to change the players. You've changed the coaches. You need to just change the mix of players. But like Robo said with Gabe Vincent, bro, you don't even have to be. These are wide open. Pretty much every 3 he shot is wide open. You don't have to be a sniper. Can you give us like 33% from 3, 34%? And this nigga shooting 19% from 3 on wide open threes. Every single one almost is wide open. He made what, like 6 threes on the year? I think 2 of them he banked in. This nigga's awful. I don't even know if there's a better way. Like, there's a more harsh way to say somebody's like a night and day player, like from when he was in Miami. Like, is there like something worse than night and day? Because that's him. Like, this literally is. It's like they cloned Gabe Vincent, like his body type, and then subtracted all of his positive attributes as a basketball player, and that's what we have from the Gabe Vincent in Miami. It's the wildest shit I've
And the
ever seen.
nigga's undersized now. You know what I mean? So like now this
Yeah,
shit makes it work because you're so small. Like,
yeah.
that sucks.
The defense too. Like, how much is defense? Number one, when the team already sucks defensively, how much are we really valuing that? And you can't score ever, like, at all. Like, who in here thinks whenever he puts up a shot that it's going in? None of them even look good no more.
I look
Like,
away
shit is
from the
nasty.
screen. I look away from the screen here.
Yeah, they're pretty much turnovers at this point. Like, you passing the game and he's wide open, bro. You might as well take that bitch. Austin, D'Lo, Bron, AD, bro. Just shoot the ball. Like, come on.
Zay, I want you to read the tweet in the jumbo right now from our guy George Mikan.
Shout out to George Mike and my guy. Career 3-point shooting with the Lakers. Gabe Vincent is 8 for 58. Jared Vanderbilt is 18 of 60. He did one with Dwight, where Dwight made 12 threes or something.
Oh, for real? I gotta see that tweet. That's crazy.
Yeah, Gabe, we gotta get it together, big bro. I don't really know what to say. Like, it just kind of is what it is. Hey, I don't know if y'all talked about yet. Hayes missing a week or possibly more. Honestly, this thing is probably missing a month. The way they do injury reports, he's not missing just a week. But Koloko, I thought Koloko was somewhat of a mixed bag. I probably lean good, but that's just not the fix for the backup center. Like, he's still kind of struggling in areas. So, yeah, I thought down the line, like these next couple games, I would like to see more two big lineups with AD and Koloko. Especially when we struggle in the perimeter anyway, just kind of load up in the paint, load up the rim protection, and maybe that'll fix something. But yeah, big win. Everyone's a big win. We got the Spurs on Friday and the Pelicans on Saturday, back to back, both on the road. 2-0 would be amazing. The Spurs game, I think, is gonna be the harder game, obviously, because Wemby's on a fucking heater. What's Wemby averaging the last two games? Like 45 points, something like that. Like, something crazy. Because he had 40, I think, a couple nights ago, and he had 50 like tonight. So yeah, man, big win. Fuck the Grizzlies. I just am not a fan of most of those players over there. Niggas suck. And Scottie Pippen Jr., bro. Why the fuck are you so obsessed about being let go from it? It literally happens in the NBA. I don't know why this nigga is so just. I had the game circled on my calendar. You lost, bum ass nigga. Exactly. Circle that fucking L. Like, nigga's not even that good. Like, bruh, they might have won the game if that nigga didn't blow 7 layups
Dead ass.
within the course
Terrible.
of it. Like,
Fucking terrible.
whatever. Not saying that he's not a success story, but, you know, when you're going from a 40 overall to a 70 overall, you did improve, but you're still a 70 overall at the end of the day.
Bro had a whopping 15 points on 14 shots, 6 of 14 shooting, like 15, 3 and 3 and 3.
And your mother's a whole.
All right. But yeah, appreciate it, Zay. I think how I view Koloko.
Can't save this.
Yeah. No, that's getting deleted.
Wholesome woman, it cut out.
Hey, you ain't even speak yet. That's the craziest thing. It's the record. You ain't even speak yet. We got to delete
You're right.
this.
I'm finna go up.
Wholesome woman, it cut out.
What did you say?
That's crazy. I think how I view Koloko and his growth and just goals to get to for this roster, if he makes it through the whole season, kind of how the role we had for Wendy and Gabriel. I feel like, remember his role, like in the playoffs, he was on a roster the whole season and kind of like took that backup role big, but we had to like, use him very sparingly, like 4 to 6 minutes in that Grizzlies series. So Wendy and Gabriel, I think had generally positive reviews here, but we all knew his ceiling as a player, which is why he's not on the NBA roster anymore. I think if Koloko can, show that he can be on a court for stints at a time without AD and get to that Wendy and Gabriel kind of role where you're playing slot like 6 minutes, 8 minutes, like that would be great to get. Obviously, I thought Wendy does a lot more things than Koloko that we saw tonight, so it's a long way to go. But that's where I kind of see, like, hopefully he can get to being that level serviceable to us, especially in a limited role like that. So we'll see what happens. Still a long way to go. James, it's on you, bro. Go ahead. Appreciate you winning.
Appreciate it.
Always got to be dramatic.
Bro, I can't say thank you. That's crazy.
Clearing your throat like you.
Pause. Now, obviously, take the win, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna fix it on process. 11 games into the season, obviously, we want to get better in different aspects of the game. The win wasn't pretty at all, but right now, I just don't care, bro. Like, we got so many teams that's jam locked, bro. Grizzlies are 7-4. Like, they dead ass had the same record as us. So this was dead ass a big game tonight. Not really in a macro sense, but just as far as like passing up a team in the standings right now. So shout out Lakers on the win. I actually want to start with Dalton, bro, because like, bro, I think niggas are somewhat not hyping his flurry enough. Like, bro, these are all jump shots. Damn near contested threes that he was making. These are tough ass shots that he's fucking hitting all net. So it's clear that the guy that we think he is in there somewhere. You just got to find his rhythm, but he also has to play enough to find that rhythm. So I wasn't stressing too much about Dalton missing shots to start his career and shit. He's just a rookie finding his way in the league. I'm more concerned about them other niggas on the bench who been here like 3-4 years and still on bullshit. So shout out Dalton. I thought he played well today. AD kind of struggled with fouls all game. Wasn't really getting touches for around 2 quarters. Was doing a lot of dribble handoff shit, not calling his own number, but the superstar that he is, bro, he showed up in the fourth quarter. I think he had 12 in the fourth, if I'm not mistaken. 2 big threes. So shout out AD. I thought he showed up clutch. And what to Zay's point about them clutch threes he was hitting, I can already like recall a lot of them from 2020, bro. Like that left corner three in OKC when it's a 2-point game, or coming off a pin down versus Miami, like in Miami. Like I remember all those shits from 2020, them clutch threes 80 was hitting. So him tapping back into that bag, bro, he hit one this year versus the Kings. Like 2-point game, Kings making a comeback. 80 hits a clutch three to put us up 5 and seal the game basically. So 80 hitting clutch fourth quarter threes. Definitely was big today. And obviously Bron is on a fucking heater right now. It's funny seeing niggas overreact every October to him having a slow start. How do you predict he's gonna have a slow start? Then he has one, and he's still on the TL giving these long term takes. Like, bro, he does this every year. It's just who he is. He has a tough week in October, and he starts turning up in November. Like, he's not doing nothing nobody thought he was gonna do. So, shout out, Bron. I thought he's been playing sensational. He's averaging 28, 10, and I think 12 past 4 games. So that nigga, he's hooping right now. So shout out, Bron. He's playing the point, bro. Like we've all wanted him. I mean, I didn't want him in the corner, bro. Like we can't be taking the ball out of our best point guard's hands. I get it because he's older. You don't want to run point 24/7, but basically that's what the team need right now, bro. So he's doing whatever it takes to win right now. He's fucking rebounding the basketball. He's actually helping AD on the glass. So shout out, Braun. I thought he's been playing sensational. Gabe Vincent, bro. It's just so unfortunate because I think he has been solid defensively. It's just you are so ass offensively. I don't care, bro. I don't care about your adequate to solid defense on a team that's struggling for defense right now because you can't make a fucking shot, bro. So I'm not gonna repeat what Roman Shub said about that bum ass nigga. Like he's been ass. That nigga sucks right now. I can't remember the last time we had a good MLE signing, bro. Nigga saying Montrezl Harrell. Eh, that
Niggas suck
nigga,
too, bro. Niggas
that
out
nigga
there
had
for a
that
reason.
A
nigga had
felon, by
stretch.
the
That
way.
nigga had stretches, but that nigga got benched for Drummond and Marcus All on these niggas.
He's
So
terrible. He's terrible.
that was also another bad signing. He didn't even play in the playoffs for real. So
And then started moving weight year after.
yeah, exactly. That nigga in the EuroLeague right now, averaging 20 and 12.
And
So
now we neighbors with OB. So.
shout out Montrez, bro. But I dead ass can't remember the last time we had a good MLE signing, but we botched it for years now. So we like just give us TPMLEs at this point, bro, because that's clearly the only place where we find a little bit of success with Monk and fucking Lonnie Walker for a stretch. So we just been asked with MLE sign. We handed this nigga 33 million and it's down the fucking drain. Handed Chrissy 32 million. He don't even fucking play no more. I mean, it's just I bench. I just when they go out there, I just pray, bro. So that's all. That's all I gotta say about them bum ass niggas. I just pray, dog. But nah, on to the Spurs, bro. Bro, AD, that's your assignment, big dog. This nigga cooking out there. Wimby. Bro, that's your assignment, big dog. So I got faith in AD. He can hold on 30, bro. So just limit Wimby. Don't get killed by Chris Paul in the pick and roll game, and I think we should win that game as well.
What do you think about
Pelican,
the Raptors and Sixers wins?
Raptors and Sixers went. Bro, we started with a tough schedule. Those are the easy parts of the schedule. You got the dubs. Obviously, you can fixate on like some of the bad process that we're doing. Like we shouldn't be in semi dog fights for 3 quarters with these lesser teams, but bro, that's kind of a trend around the league, bro. I just watched Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson beat the Celtics, bro. You can call it a one-off game, but Bro, the Nets were battling these niggas the other day too. Nets are in dogfights with Cleveland and shit. So I just think the league is talented. That's not to throw a bill because you shouldn't be in dogfights with the fucking Grizzlies. But that's just how shit is, bro. I don't know. I'm a 11 game into the season. I'm gonna take the dub right now, bro. If we're still looking like this, game 40, game 50, where we have the same habits, we're not improving, and we're skating by bad teams, then I'm gonna be officially concerned. But right now, you just got to get the dubs early on, bro. It's worse when you drop these games, like the fucking Pistons. 'Cause these niggas just lost to the fucking bum ass Bucks. They lost to the fucking Hornets, but somehow they beat us though. So that Pistons loss is really the one that stick with me. You could say the Suns as well, because if Braun has a fucking adequate game, we probably win that one. But it's that Pistons loss, bro. At least Suns are a good team. You lose, whatever. You can't be losing to the fucking Pistons. But these next 4 games up until Denver, you should probably be 4-0, bro. Like, you got no business losing to the Pelicans. Their whole damn roster is hurt. You got fucking Yvonne Missy, whatever that nigga name is, out there starting games. So you shouldn't lose to the Pelicans either. You should beat the Spurs. Eves Missy, whatever his name is, though. I forgot. I ain't see how it's
Shit,
spelled.
Avon.
Yvonne, my fault. But nah, shout out Lakers, bro. Solid W. Rui Hachimura said Braun he mastered the game. That's a funny comment from the Asian guy. But now, shout out Lakers.
A
Why
nigga
was
who
that
has
necessary?
unmastered the game.
Yeah, he's Asian, master. Never mind.
Go back to watching Kung Fu Panda, bro. I know you love that.
I know.
Yes,
Big
sir.
time rush right now.
That's
In the Caribbean with chopsticks right now.
lab rats, lab rats. But no,
I ain't paying
James,
for
we
Disney.
appreciate it.
Lab rats.
Question for the coaches though, because James brings up a good point. We are 28th and 29th in defense. Like, where do you foresee our defensive rating going by like game 40 though? Like that's a question I truly have. Like, what do you guys?
I don't think this team is capable of raising their level of defensive intensity
That's what I was leaning
until
towards
they
too. Yeah,
actually trade for a defensive type of player. Like
we need
you
acquisitions.
have
Or the
to go.
two fashion boys return off the bench, which they're probably not. So
Yeah,
I'm about to say, listen, bro. Like me and Shub and Zay talked about this last night, bro. Them niggas don't exist. Zay, like Vandal he's not on the team. Like Vandal's not on the team and Wood is not on the team. Like these niggas. Let me explain this to y'all niggas, bro. We are in November, right? Middle of November. They said 2 days ago or yesterday that Christian Wood's not going to be reevaluated until 4 days. So 4 weeks. So let's think about that. In 4 weeks, we'll be in December now, middle of December. Okay. So that's a reevaluation. That's not you're coming back to playing basketball. That's you are being reevaluated, bro. So probably going to be another 2 weeks after that. So now we're like Christmas. Now we're probably like actually after Christmas. So we're going into January by time we might see Christian Wood play basketball. Like best case scenario is like January.
and he needs a ramp up because he ain't playing in
Yeah.
like
So
fucking
now,
damn near 2 years.
you're 3-4 months removed from playing basketball. You're in the middle of a season, so you can't expect the nigga to go crazy, right? Because you got to give him at least a couple more weeks. So we're talking about at the trade deadline where we might see a realized version of Christian Wood. That nigga season's over, bro. I'm telling y'all niggas right now, bro. This shit is cooked. These niggas not playing this year. Vando, not even getting an update on Vando. Think about this. We got a 4-week reevaluation from Wood, and we didn't even get anything from Vando, which means Vando's probably farther behind than Christian Wood is. So tack on another 2 weeks to this nigga. Like, they're not on the team. Like, don't even. I'm not even like. It's nothing to talk about with Vando. It's nothing to talk about with Wood. It's nothing to talk about with them, bro. They are not here. They are not here. Like, just go about this team as if they are not here, because we are not going to see them play basketball until next year. Literally, January, February,
yeah,
maybe if we're lucky, bro.
it's kind of depressing to think that. But yeah, James, you brought up a good point though. But I don't know. I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I don't see the defensive rating picking up if this is what we're working with. Uh, like maybe JJ, like the intensity has to pick up. Like, I don't know what defensive structure is going to come out of the next 30 games with if this is our personnel.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you gotta
We
change
won't be
first.
the worst in the league. It'll get better, I think, but it
Say
just won't be good.
28th.
Yeah, it'll like you could probably
You thinking 23rd, 24th? Like I don't know if
You could be
Yeah.
like 20th,
I would argue
19th,
too.
20th.
Like I'd argue too.
But you're not gonna be good. It's just not gonna be as bad. Like it's
Go ahead, Zay. Sorry, bro.
yeah. I think it's a lot of this is like. Well, I mean, and not having Wood and Vando obviously
Yeah, I
is a
truly
part of
believe
that as
like
well.
they,
No, they
you know what
matter.
I'm saying, help your
they
defense, but
matter.
Yeah,
they're
They
not fucking
matter,
here,
but
so
they're
fuck
not
them.
there. Like they're literally not available.
Fuck
Like
them.
yeah. That's the
yeah,
thing. If they're not
I,
gonna play, then you kind of might be around here.
that's what I'm saying. Like they're not here. Like we're not gonna see them for another 2-3 months, bro. Like this shit is
I
Right.
think
this shit's
like
fried.
I mean, part of it is obviously we don't have the defense personnel. Part of it is some of these niggas are just fucking stupid. Like you got
Yeah.
like no niggas are getting beat on backdoor cuts. Niggas are missing rotation. I just feel like those are areas you can correct as a team without having a defense personnel. Like, are we gonna be this elite POA defense? I mean, Cam brings defense and deflections and shit, but obviously, I just think a lot of it is a lot of mental errors in this game. Like, bro, dudes are getting hit back door. Other niggas are ball watching. Like, these are shit that you can fix as a team. So, I think we. I don't think we're the 28th worst defense in the league, in my opinion. I think we can be at best probably 17 to 20 in my opinion. But if your offense is hovering around top 6, top 7 level, possibly, then I think you can kind of offset that. Your offense has to be good, period. You cannot be a middle of the pack offense if your defense is going to be this bad, especially if you're going to play better teams. So we got to wait till a larger sample size and we're going to be playing better teams. So we got to test that shit out.
Yeah, and I think that's been sort of the identity, no matter who the coach is, like the last few years, because of our personnel, especially after the D'Lo trade. But it just, as a fan, it just puts a lot of pause on me because that just puts more pressure on your offense and your shot making, right?
Facts.
And you have to make 23s a game to pull out a game against the Memphis Grizzlies with no job. So it's like I know that's the type of team we want to be, but it like what if we don't make 23s? What if Austin and Dalton don't have the flurry that they have, or AD makes those 2 threes as well? It's just like you got to have multiple ways to win if we're trying to be the team that Laker Nation wants the team to be. And it begs the question, like, is this a sustainable way? So we got a lot of games to go to find that out, but appreciate you guys. We're gonna get to speakers right away. Appreciate you guys' patience and waiting on that. Rome, do you want to add something? Or are you good?
One game tomorrow is crazy, by the way.
I'll just say, until you change the personnel, you're gonna keep seeing this. Like
Right. That's what.
Rui
Yeah.
Hachimura as a starting wing in the NBA. This is what happens, right? And like I'm not saying this to shit on Rui. Rui had a great game today. Thought it was cool that he had a bounce back game. Rui Hachimura is just never going to be an elite rebounder. He's never going to be a wing stopper. He's never going to guard your best wings and be successful. He's just not going to do those things, right? Like I think the realized version of Rui Hachimura is kind of similar to what the realized version of D'Angelo is, right? A bench scorer who can be at best probably like a six man, but at the end of the day, if you put them in your starting lineup, you're gonna have to mitigate a lot of their flaws. And I think the thing that I appreciate about JJ is that it feels like he's a little more cognizant of that and probably wants to stray away from it. Like I genuinely believe if Vanda was healthy, he might have already taken Rui's spot. Just because what's being asked of Rui is something that Vando can do, especially if Rui's not going to consistently give you good offense, right? Like I I just I really think if you can go get a two-way wing, right? Like it doesn't have to be some elite level wing. We saw Cam Reddish jump into the starting lineup and completely change our team dynamic. Bro, go get Dorian Finney-Smith. Seriously, like bro, go get Dorian. Like go get Dorian, go get a center. Start from there. Let that be your starting point. And just watch how this shifts your team, bro. Shifts the dynamic of your team. Like, and then now you're slotting Rui to the bench. Who knows what happens with D'Lo? To me personally, I just think you should get off the D'Lo stuff. I don't. Uh, I just don't think D'Lo should be a Laker anymore. I think the time has passed. I don't think he's gonna give you any real value outside of, I mean, the flurries and stuff are cool, but like, bro, I just watched Dalton give me a flurry and rebound the ball and not get played off the floor and not make stupid mistakes and not try to hijack the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I don't need like whatever you think you're getting out of D'Lo, and I think that's another thing. A lot of people have this weird narrative about like, oh, if you trade D'Lo, you're gonna have to supplement that with like a lot of creation and like shot making and all this. It's like, dude, uh, D'Lo hasn't given us the last year D'Lo all season. We haven't got it. Like maybe 2, 3 games. The nigga's averaging like 12 points a game. Tonight gave us 8 points. Only played 20 minutes. I think people are overrating how how important D'Lo is to the dynamic of this version of the Lakers, bro. They did it with Russell Westbrook, so I'm not surprised. Oh, you're gonna trade Russ? Well, you're gonna miss out on all the playmaking. All right, well, what about all the other shit that the nigga doesn't do? And so I think they need to get out of the D'Lo business. Personally, I think the sooner they do that, the sooner you just move forward, and you can really change the construction of your team and change the dynamic of your team, not having to appease the nigga. Because even though he's coming off the bench, they're still appeasing him. They're still letting him rock out. They're still letting him do things that he probably just shouldn't be doing on a team that's serious about trying to win. So I think they need to get out of the D'Lo business, bro. I don't think this whole backup shit is viable. Go back up a different team, bro. Go be a backup for the Phoenix Suns. Like I'm kind of over this whole D'Lo stuff, honestly. Go get a wing, bro. Use his salary. Go get a wing.
Hey, bro, are y'all seeing this 80 picture right now? Shit kind of crazy.
The what?
80 picture on the Jumbotron.
The AD picture?
Yeah. It's on the
Yeah, his
Jumbotron.
eyes looking bad, bro.
Oh shit!
His eyes looking bad, bro.
Shout out to our guy Wash.
I
That
mean,
picture is
yeah,
He
horrible.
got pink eye.
he milking it.
They got pink
Yeah,
eye.
yeah, he got the James disease. That's
Yep,
crazy.
his stinker, his
Okay.
stinker's null and void
We'll,
now,
we'll keep an
James.
eye
I
on
just want you
that.
to
Kissing
know,
ass
stinker
is
don't count
crazy.
now. I just want you to know that stinker does not count now.
I mean, y'all let the swine flu go. So might as well.
Where do you
Might as
get in that
well.
report
But
from?
but the nigga still had 2 eyes that worked, so it's cool.
Oh my god, barely. Nah, I got it.
Bro, calling that night in Phoenix swine flu because you heard from Jake Fisher. That's crazy and sticking to it. But nah, we appreciate
Solidified.
it. I agree with all that, bro. Like, yeah, we got to do something about it. It's very, very. My take is it's very, very, very disappointing. Like, we hear all the summer like info, like that stupid shit Russ in the fucking Call of Duty Black Ops, like he's working on his jumper, and then it never happens. Oh, I was talking to D'Angelo Russell all summer. Like he was the person I talked to the most. Literally can't argue a bottom, like top two. You can make an argument he's the top two most disappointing Laker this year. Maybe one. I'm blanking. Top two, three, one most disappointing Laker this year because it's just like what he could have proved coming in.
Who are you talking about?
D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, it's easily Max for me, but yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
D'Lo got to
Same
be in the top 3. I think
for sure. Yeah.
in order is probably D'Lo, or sorry, probably Max, probably D'Lo, and then probably Gabe. Those 3, like they're I
Yeah.
don't even want them on
Yeah.
team anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah. We're all the same boat there. You can go any which way.
Yeah, it's definitely them three by far.
It's a very
Not even
depressing
close.
conversation. I just lean D'Lo because he has a bigger role and like he starts. So I mean, most to prove, especially on
I can
experience.
understand not ranking D-Lo because I didn't have expectations for that nigga anyway to start the
Yeah.
season. Like I kind of downplayed what the fuck he's gonna do this year. Like I actually expected Max to step into his role and Gabe to be fucking playable and
Right.
adequate. Like I actually had
James, niggas
expectations for those
saying
niggas.
start Max over D'Lo. Like that was
Like
the
literally,
thing.
like that was
Yeah.
the thing.
That
So,
was a conversation. So, but yeah, we appreciate it.
wait,
We'll get to speakers
Dalton
right
got a
away.
quote though before you go.
Go
It
ahead.
was fun playing in crunch time where every play matters. Dalton Connect. So
Yeah, bro.
nigga want to play.
Bro. Tea leaves right
Nigga
there. That's
said,
actually an
"Yo, let
important
me
quote.
finish games, JJ. I'm like that."
Tea leaves. That's literally what you're doing.
But
That's a good quote.
me and Chubb was madmen though. I just want niggas to know. But it is what it is.
Man. We appreciate it. We're gonna get quotes for you guys, but speakers, go ahead. I'm gonna start with Gas. Gas been waiting a while. Gas, go ahead. Your take on the game, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I'm high as fuck right now, so I'm trying to, get through this shit. Um, Solid win. It was ugly. Got it done. Brian triple double. We needed you to get that to do it. We gotta really. It shouldn't get to this point. Real shit. It shouldn't get to the point where LeBron has to drop a fucking triple double for us to barely beat the fucking Grizzlies with no Ja Morant, no Desmond Bain. This shit's sick, bro. Lock the fucking get shit together. Besides that, it was a great night for Bron. Appreciate you doing that. AD, your worst game this year. You got even though you had some good numbers, like if it's a regular ass center, if that was a fucking Ivan Zubac game, that's a great game to him. You're not Ivan Zubac, you're Anthony fucking Davis. Lock in, gang. Get your 31. Feel me? We need you averaging above 30. We need the MVP push. Goddamn, let's get that MVP and hoop. Feel me? Brush that shit off onto the next. Austin Reeves, solid. Reminds me of you from last year, but it is what it is. Nice game. Dog Connect. Put my dog in them fucking conversations. Zach Eating, whoever the fuck else on their team, top two for rookie of the year. Put Dalton name on that fucking list. Add my boy on there. Great fucking game. I'ma end this shit like so. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe.
Hey, guys, appreciate it, bro. We will keep moving. Dem, appreciate you waiting, boss, and also hopping in playback with us, enjoying the game. How you feel after that very close win?
Yo, what's good, coaches? And how we doing tonight?
Pretty solid, bro. Pretty solid. Can't complain.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Um, I mean, I'm feeling good after the win. A win's a win. You got to take them when you get them, regardless of the process, especially early in the season. We're 7-4, and you want to win against the teams that aren't the best of competition and the teams that are injured, right? You want to get those games out of the way, and we did that. Unfortunately, we didn't do that in the best fashion possible. We always want to get those games out of the way. We want to be up 15, we want to be up 20, so Bron, AD get their rest, and the other guys at the end of the bench get to playing. But you know, we end up playing down a competition, and we have poor defense, so we can't guard a parked car for to save our lives. You put a gun to our heads, tell someone to guard a parked car, you're dying. Like it's just not gonna happen. But it's good to see Braun have another triple double. I think it's his third straight. If it is, just again, just greatness over and over again. At this point, you can't even really explain it because it's LeBron James. That's all you have to say is LeBron James. Like someone posted a tweet. It was literally going, "This is LeBron James' 386th 20-point half." 386 20-point halves is absolutely insane. But there's no proper words to explain the greatness of LeBron James, and we'll keep it at that. Anthony Davis, for the most part, for most of the game, struggled with foul trouble. Didn't really see him dominate as we're used to this entire season, but he stepped up in the fourth quarter, those two 3-point shots, and it's nice to see that that shot has slowly been reintegrated into his game. He may not take it all the time, but the fact that you may get 1 3 one game and then 2 3s another game, it's nice to see that that shot has again been reintegrated, and now you're giving AD just another asset that he can use, because it's not just, oh, we're gonna use you in the post, we're gonna use you DHOs, we're gonna use your screener. No, you could pop out to the 3-point line and hit a shot, like, because teams are gonna be worried about Austin Reeves coming downhill. They're gonna be worried about LeBron coming downhill. And they're also gonna be worried about AD rolling to the rim. Well, if I pop out, you can't really come out and guard me because you're not as athletic, and you're not gonna cover the ground that I cover in such a short amount of time. And so just to have that reintegrated back into his game, and he's hitting it right now as the season, he's hitting it at a 35% rate. So hitting it at a 35% rate is pretty good, right? Um, so good to see that AD had a good game. Austin, I'd say he had a good game. He hit that three that put us up 7. I think it was put us up 7 toward the end of the quarter, toward the end of the fourth. He's very up and down, right? Sometimes he has good stretches, sometimes he has bad stretches, but he still played well. Rui felt like he had a quiet 19. Like not much Rui did really stood out. I think Rui also had 7 rebounds or something. Let me check real quick. Rui had Rui had 7 rebounds. So again, it's nice to see that he's rebounding, right? It was a little get back game. Definitely enjoy that. And let's get to the bench. Keep it nice and short because the bench was buns besides Dalton Connect. D'Lo asks, Gabe Vincent is a 6'1" Tony Snell. Christian Coloco, I'd say yeah, decent minutes, but relying on Christian Coloco really speaks to the fact that we have not legitimately got a backup big, unfortunately. So you can't really expect much out of Coloco. But getting to Dalton Connect, I said this. I think I said this way before the start of the season. I was like, we're gonna have one game where Dalton Connect just goes off, and we're gonna be like, bro, how the fuck did we get this nigga? This was kind of one of those games, right? Just hot streak, drops 19, and these are tough shots, three after three after three. Again, it makes you question how the fuck did we get this nigga? Like, we have a really good rookie, a rookie that can play now and actually contribute and close. So it's nice to see that we have a rookie that can do that shit, and hopefully we get more performances like this. It doesn't have to be 19, but it could be those 2 to 3 threes that launch an avalanche, right? Energize the team, stuff like that. So overall, it's good that we won tonight. We got a back to back, so we got Friday, Saturday. Let's keep stacking up wins, 7-4. Like I said, let's keep stacking up wins because the more you stack up wins, the more you don't have to worry about having to dig yourself out of a hole that we usually would get ourselves in. So keep climbing and climbing so that if you do suffer a couple losses, it's not the end of the world. You can still bounce back and not have to worry about digging yourself out of a impossible hole, trying to beat the odds with your back against the wall. So keep stacking up wins. Um, and hopefully at some point in time we make a move to truly balance the roster out because the offense is fine. It's the defense. Sometimes the half court defense can look good, sometimes it won't. It's a transition defense that looks terrible. So you at least get the defense to be mid 20s, like 23rd, 20 in like defensive rating or whatever. And at the very least, you have something to work with. So hopefully we get a more balanced roster, either December or trade deadline, so that you really get a good look at what this team is like properly constructed. But good win tonight. We got a back-to-back Friday, Saturday. Look to win those games, especially with the NBA Cup, hoping to repeat, get that extra 500K. But I'll end my plan there.
Damn, we appreciate it, dog. Rui on the NBA Cup. We just want the money. He was straight up with it. I think the Cup game is coming up. Or
Who
this
do they
week.
play in the Cup game?
When's our Cup game, chat?
It's Friday
Friday?
Oh,
against the
Friday.
Yeah,
Spurs.
we got the Spurs.
Also, we got that crazy
Friday.
court coming up. Probably like black and white court.
Oh
It's
no,
it's at
Wemby's
San
so
Antonio. Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, so I don't like that at all. The
Wemby's
court.
gonna try so hard that game.
Yeah,
Fuck, bro.
How the fuck are the defending champions on the road to start?
yeah, I don't
Who the
understand.
fuck made that?
Yeah, no fucking respect
Why couldn't it be the Pelicans? Fuck,
literally, bro. We dumb.
bro. Spurs about to actually
Man, they
That's what I'm
try,
ass
saying, bro.
smoking Wimby.
Him and an annoying
fuck,
ass
bro.
CP, bro. You don't think CP
You
finna try?
dropping
I
40,
know
nigga.
Chris
Watch
Clamp.
Paul
out.
gonna do some
Reeves
weird
clamping that.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. All
Oh,
bro.
right, nigga.
Chris Paul gonna be a Karen of the refs all the time.
fuck, bro.
I'm
I actually don't want to play the
Spurs are
Spurs.
annoying, bro.
They're just annoying. Like it's not even like they're good. They're just like a fucking annoying ass team, bro.
It's
Fuck, bro.
gonna be annoying as fuck.
And they've been hooping, right? Like lately, they've been
Yeah,
playing well.
I think so.
Fuck.
Well, Wemby had 50 in Washington, yeah. So
God damn,
Wemby,
bro.
yeah,
All
they
right,
said
fuck.
it. Wemby been averaging 40 last 2 games. So
God damn
Niggas
it,
guarded
bro.
by Alex Sarr. He ain't AD. Lock in.
I don't know. That nigga 80 got one eye.
wait,
Oh my god.
He
James said I
gave
got
AD
faith. He
30.
can hold Wemby to 30, bro. What are you
Absolutely.
talking about?
Nigga been averaging 50.
Hold to 30, nigga. That's still bad.
That's not good.
Bro, he been averaging
What the
50.
fuck?
Hold him to 30.